All right, hello everybody. Sorry if anyone was waiting for the stream to start. We've had some pretty crazy technical difficulties, but it looks like it's working now, and hopefully we won't have any problems as the stream goes on. But fingers crossed, and we'll see. So we've got Filip Lekić here with me today to do some analysis on the PSG Arsenal match that happened last night, if you're watching this live. Just to start with, I'm going to do a little English lesson. I've got a question for you about the match, and then I'll bring Filip on. So here we go. All right. So Paris Saint-Germain reached the Champions League final after defeating Arsenal 3-1 on aggregate in a thrilling semi-final. In the first leg, at the Emirates, PSG, struck early with a composed finish from Ousmane Dembele. And although Arsenal improved as the match went on, they were continually thwarted by the outstanding Gianluigi Donnarumma, whose string of saves frustrated the hosts. Despite Arsenal's intensity and a disallowed goal, PSG managed to weather the storm and hold onto their lead. In the second leg at Parc des Princes, Arsenal came out strong again and created several chances, but Donnarumma was at the top of his game, frustrating the Gunners once more. PSG capitalized on Arsenal's errors with goals from Fabian Ruiz and Achraf Hakimi, and although Saka pulled one back, Arsenal's response came up short. Their play was aggressive and creative, but they lacked a cutting edge in front of goal, while PSG's discipline and teamwork earned them well-deserved place in the final against Inter Milan. So that's what happened in the match. Here's your vocabulary again. So thwarted, we say here that Donnarumma thwarted the attempts by PSG. Basically means he saved them, but if you stop someone from succeeding, you thwart them. A great phrase to know in English, weather the storm. You hear this a lot in football. If a team is under attack a lot, but does not concede a goal, they weather the storm. At the top of his game, just a great way to describe a player who's performing very well. So Donnarumma, he was performing very well at the highest level. He was at the top of his game. Came up short or come up short. So you try for something, you try to succeed, you want to score a goal in football usually, but you don't, you come up short. And then finally, a very common one for speaking about teams that struggle to score goals, lacked a cutting edge. Just the idea that you're up front, you get the ball into the box, you're very close, but you can't quite score a goal. That is to lack a cutting edge. All right. So those are your phrases. I said I had a bit of a question I wanted to ask you all as well. So I'm just going to have a quick look at some of the statistics from the match. Okay, if you have a look here, we can see that in the first match, this is the first one at home for Arsenal. Arsenal had 1.65 expected goals against PSG's 1.14. They also had more shots on target. And then in the second match, Arsenal actually had 3.14 expected goals, and PSG only had 1.74. Arsenal also had a lot more shots, although a lot fewer were on target. So just my question for you guys, comment below and let me know, do you think the victory from PSG was deserved? Were they a bit lucky to get through? And were Arsenal a bit unlucky to not get a few more goals there and maybe get through to the final? Comment below and let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bring on Filip now, and we'll go through a little bit more analysis with him. Here we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, Matt, how are you? Nice to see you, and hope that you enjoyed match like me. It was very
it was a good match. It was a good match.
Yeah,
you enjoyed it?
Yeah, especially this match, but also match day before. It was very interesting and impressive against Inter Milan and Barcelona, and I think both matches were very great, and yeah. But we'll put focus today on this match which you mentioned before, and I would like to make just a little bit of introduction about these both teams, and I would like just to say some my opinions about this season, about these teams, and etc. And if we speak about Paris Saint-Germain, I would like to tell you just that I didn't watch a lot of their matches during this season, but I saw how successful they are. And it was a very big question for me, why this season is so successful for them. Because we know, okay, they have every season they have aim to take French competition, to take their cup competition, but every year they want to make step up to make something bigger in European competition.
Absolutely. Well, the Champions League is their big challenge, right? That's what they really want.
And I ask myself why they couldn't do it before, and I think a little bit about that, and I think that I realized one reason, and that is okay, now this year they have a lot of good players. They have incredible players. Ousmane Dembele, we will speak later about them, but we need to be honest and say that they don't have a lot of superstars like before. And
it's a big change in the dynamic.
And you remember last season they had Leo Messi in their lineups, Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, and before that, you know, that area, Edison Cavani were there, and also.
But they even brought in Sergio Ramos in the back line at one point.
Yes, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Like they're just trying to, Zlatan just trying to get like the biggest names they can, right? That's sort of like what they want to do.
Yeah, and that was very interesting for me to think about that, because now when I watch this young team, because they are young, they have average of this years of this team, I think is about 23 or 24. I'm not sure about that, but they are young. They are young and they are hungry. They want to make something big, and they are very good, very well managed by their coach. And also, with what I mentioned before, they don't have a lot of big stars. They have players who need to raise. They have players who need to improve and develop, and they need to play. They have players who really want to play this final, and that's the reason why they are so good.
Would you say they're more of a team now at the moment than they were maybe before? They were just sort of a set of talented individuals, whereas now they're an organized team?
Of course, they have compactness, and they look like a team. They look like a team, and Luis Enrique arranged that on very well level.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you'd like to, we can jump into the analysis of the match. I think you have something to share. Do you want me to share your screen?
Yes, I share it. Do you see? Yes,
there we go. It's up now.
I'll speak about both matches. I will start to speak about first match, about first leg, and after that I will speak about second leg. Here we can see both lineups. Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper was in the first and second leg Donnarumma. Center backs were Marquinhos and Pacho. Left back was Nuno Mendes, and Achraf Hakimi was right full back. Three players in the middle. Vitinha as a number 6, Fabian Ruiz as a number 8, João Neves also as a number 8, and three three forwards up front were Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Desiree Doué. On the another hand, we had Raya on goalie, Saliba and Kivior like center backs. Three players in the middle were Merino, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard, and two fullbacks on the right side was Timber, and the left fullback was Luis Kelly. Three up front were Trossard, Bukayo Saka, and Martinelli. And that was lineups for first game, and I will explain how Paris Saint-Germain do it in the in possession situation. And I need to tell one thing between what was different between this match and this yesterday match and this first leg.
Two legs.
Yeah, because of it was completely different matches, because in first match we saw it what is Paris Saint-Germain during this whole year. They dominate by possession, they destroy the opponent with a lot of combinations. And in second leg it was completely different, because they had one goal plus, and they defend mostly. So what they did in possession in the first game, they create back three like this. Nuno Mendes go inside, Pacho as a center back, Marquinhos, Hakimi pushes up, Kvaratskhelia provide width on the left side, and they had three players in the midfielder, but not three superstars. They had like three balanced and work orientated players who doing a lot of combinations, and with them it's much easier to control the game. Arsenal started to press with Bukayo Saka, with Trossard on this side, and with Merino on the ball, and also they start to press with Timber on Kvaratskhelia, Martinelli on Hakimi, and they all team push up to start to press. It was something like that, and I will explain first goal. Paris Saint-Germain circulate the ball. They try to find some spaces, like always, with control situation, with stability. And as I mentioned, Saka press on the Nuno Mendes, and he go a little bit inside and play pass to the Ousmane Dembele, which role was like more like Rome hold the pitch, and
he was free to sort of move.
Yeah, he has freedom, and he's not like number 9, like traditional number 9. He's much more than freedom player who can play between the lines, who can receive that ball, and exactly that happened in this goal. He received ball on the center, turn around with the ball, continue with the driving, and play past the Kvaratskhelia, and of course continue with running. And that was the very important moment, because Arsenal adapt that after, but it was too late.
After the goal in that,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, they concede goal, and also they concede goal, and also it was too late to adaptation. After, when they concede, we know what's happened after that. They adapt their system. They jump out all the time with their center backs very high, very aggressive, and they follow them till the till the center, and they chase them, try to catch ball very, very aggressive. And that's the way how they also press on second leg yesterday.
So,
But of course, yeah.
if I
But of
understand, you're saying the intensity of their pressing increased after the goal?
yes,
Yeah.
I think yes, because they concede and they realized where is the problem, and after that, when they realized where is the problem, they try to fix that problem. But as I mentioned, it was a little bit, it was too late, and after that, they play a little bit better defense than before.
Yeah. Well, it was only one goal in the first match, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 1-0 for PSG. So, do you think their adjustment in that match helped them avoid any more goals for that match?
Yes, I'm pretty sure in that information, and I think it helps them a lot, because after that they were much better. Okay, they couldn't score, they didn't score because of another reasons. They had their opportunities to score goal, but you mentioned Donnarumma, and he had extraordinary 2 nights, not just that one night, then 2 nights he had very, very good. So I think
He was
that
probably their best player in the first match, possibly.
yeah,
He did an
and
amazing job.
yeah, and if you watch the Mikel Arteta press conference yesterday, he also mentioned that about Donnarumma. So it was situation in possession. If we speak about Paris Saint-Germain, and they also adapt something out of possession. We know how they like to press high, and I will now try to explain on which way they press. Of course, they press with three up front, like always.
Are they? Would you say they press as aggressively or less aggressively, more aggressively than Arsenal, or is it similar?
I think they were in first match much more aggressive than Arsenal, but it's in second leg we will speak about it. It was
Sure.
totally different approach and different story. So in this match, they press with three, and what was the key adaptation if we speak about Paris Saint-Germain is that Saka was here, Martinelli, yeah, all the time, and yeah, Arsenal did it what they doing during the whole season in their build-up situation. That is that they stretch their center backs and they move inside with Lewis Kelly, trying to make numerical superiority inside. And if we remember match before against Real Madrid, that was the biggest problem for Real Madrid, because they couldn't stop them. They couldn't find solution how to defend, how to press against this tactical detail. And Paris Saint-Germain answer very logical, and they press almost man to man.
Okay.
But with one adaptation. It was like this, with one very important thing, and that is that Fabian Ruiz and Pacho and all these players were on some kind of 50-50 positions, that they are always ready, that they can press.
So they can go one way or the other.
Yes,
they can press or not press.
Yeah, that they can go in both ways. So that was like 50-50 positions, especially Fabian Ruiz and Odegaard, but they mark tightly Lewis Kelly, who is detected that he is the main player in their build-up. So that was the very interesting thing to see, and how they mark him. And
can I ask a question? Why do you say Lewis Kelly was the main player in their build-up? What was his role in the build-up?
Yeah, his role was that he from his normal conservative position go inside, and that he's free, that he can go wherever he wants, and that he can receive ball and create some kind of numerical superiority
Okay.
inside, and that he can be connector between up front line and back line. So
Okay.
if we watch their before matches, it was very, very important detail for them.
All right. Cool. Great.
That was first 20-25 minutes when on this way Paris Saint-Germain press Arsenal, and they couldn't go inside. It was like a storm.
Yeah. Do you think that was creating a lot of issues for Arsenal in their build up?
Yeah, of course. They made a lot of mistakes, technical mistakes, and Kivior and Saliba, and they couldn't go bypassing like what is normally for them, and they just needed to try to play long balls, but we know that they are not so good in playing long balls, especially when they don't have a target man as a number 9, and we know that Marino play that role, and he's not a natural striker. So
it's not his strong suit, is
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Do you think? Sorry, before we move on, is there something that do you have any thoughts that Arsenal could have done differently to manage this problem?
Arsenal or Paris? Sorry.
So I mean, Arsenal for the build up. You were saying that they were put into like a difficult position. Could they have done something differently?
Yeah, they could maybe stretch Skelly on his normal expected positions, and maybe that expected positions for him will be unexpected for Paris Saint-Germain, because he do it this moment all the time, and maybe maybe that they try with these kind of solutions.
Okay.
Also, they could try maybe to play on this way, maybe to drop with all players, because they play man to man, and we know that now is 4 against 4 in their back line, so they can maybe drop. They will probably follow them, and now we know with their
Martinelli
skills
could make that run.
That they can maybe prepare this kind of actions.
Get a long ball up.
It's a lot of opportunities when you have players like they are. It's a lot of possibilities for them. So
okay, sure. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that was first match. Let's see what's happened in yesterday.
Were there big differences in the way the teams were playing in the second match?
Yes, it was completely different matches, and okay, if we speak about setups, they also were set up. Paris Saint-Germain also were set up in 4-3-3, but what was big surprise for me, Ousmane Dembele start on the bench. It was some
I was
story.
going to ask if that was a surprise for you. It was certainly a surprise for me. I would have predicted that Dembele would be the man you'd want on there, especially he was the guy who scored the goal in the first leg. But
it was some story about that he's injured, but I don't believe in that story, because he played
he played eventually, didn't he? They did sub him on, so he could not have been that injured.
Yeah. So yeah, if he played last I think 20-25 minutes, it means that he's ready. So
yeah. Do you think it was a strategic decision then to have him on? I think they started with Barcola on as well this time.
Yes, I think it's not. Maybe they think more about defense. Not maybe, for sure, because he tell after Luis Enrique tell after the match that his approach was more defense than usual, and maybe he estimated that Barcola is a player who will be better in this kind of defensive actions, and that he want to save Dembele for last 50 or 20 minutes, and that's maybe the reason. But also, if we speak about their strategy in this match, we need to tell that they put focus on counter attacks, and they had a lot of, I think, 6 or 7 very dangerous counter attacks. In the end, they score for 2-0, and they had a penalty also after counter attack. So it was clear idea from them to defend deep and to wait
for those opportunities to go up fast and hard.
And maybe that's also one of the reasons. Maybe why didn't Dembele start? Maybe he wanted to save him for last 50-20 minutes if result will be equal, to put him into that he can run counter attacks. Maybe
possible.
But if we speak about Arsenal, it was one very important differences, and that is that Merino started like a number 9, Declan Rice much more offensive like number 8, Odegaard also like number 8, and Thomas Partey started from the first minute, and he couldn't play because of yellow cards. He had a first match, so his role, we saw it yesterday how important he is because of a lot of reasons, because of that he can control movements of Declan Rice, that he can run this distance all the time, that he can connect in the opposite box, that he can try to score where he is the most dangerous. And also one important role was throws in. Thomas Partey hold these throws in first 10 or 15 minutes, and after these throw-ins they create two best opportunities to score goal. So his role is doing
the long throw in, right, to get the ball into the.
Of course, yes. His role was remarkable. And that was almost whole match. It was first 10 minutes. Arsenal start to try to score goal as soon as possible, what was completely expected.
Yeah, they were very aggressive, very early in the match. You could tell there was urgency. They wanted that goal quickly.
Yeah, but for me, I need to be honest to you. For me, it was also surprise because I saw it yesterday. How Paris Saint-Germain didn't take a risk in their build-up situation. First 2 or 3 goal kick situation, they kicked long balls, and they decided to that approach of build-up. So it was surprise for me, and it wasn't functioned so well because Arsenal took all these second balls, and after these second balls they had this throws in. After that, these 2 opportunities to score and some corner kick situation, and we know how dangerous they are after corner kick. So this segment of game, it was a little bit unexpected for me, and I expect that Paris will play like almost every game, but they show that they can and they know how to play on result, we can say.
Sure. So, I mean, you say it was unexpected that they were playing these long balls. What do you think the explanation for that is? Why would they do that rather than just sort of have their normal kind of build up?
It's simple. They didn't want to take risk. They just wanted to play on result, and they estimate that Arsenal will press from the first minute very high and very aggressive, and they want to play over this pressing or around this pressing.
Just bypass the press and just basically the idea is get the ball up the pitch and just hope that the attackers or the midfielders can get possession.
Yeah. Okay. And they had clear idea how to play. They knew how to defend against Arsenal, and they were waiting for counter attacks, and one of these counter attacks I will explain now. Okay, it wasn't Barcola inside. It was later when I think Dembele.
Oh, Dembele had come back.
Yeah, he came
this
back.
This is the goal.
The goal, yeah. And it was situation where they defend in D block, and they push Kivior, who is not so confident with the ball, to play this kind of passes, and after that they increase their pressing, and they took this ball and go with 5 players to a counter attack. And what was the very, very interesting story about this counter attack? It was happened on left wing, but player who is a right winger, basically right winger, Ashraf Hakimi, he continue, he follow all this action, and finally he finds situation where he can score goal, and after that he score goal. So it was very interesting to see. They follow action with 5 players, and it was very interesting to see how important this player is for this team. And it was a lot of situations during the both matches when he played as a number 10, not like all the time as a right full back, not like a center back, not like a defensive midfielder, not like a winger, but he play like a number 10 all the time. And that's the in possession, of course. I speak in possession, and that's the maybe the most important thing if we speak about Paris Saint-Germain this year, that their players can play every role in the pitch in every moment, and they are very good in that. And
great. I might just jump in there and just say, like you were saying earlier about how well PSG are performing this season. Anybody who's watching, if you've got any thoughts on how or why PSG are performing so well this season, throw them in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. And Filip, I've actually got a question from someone here. Someone's curious. I'll put it up on the screen. Thoughts on Ødegaard's performance. Do you have any thoughts on how Ødegaard played? Did he play well? Was he making some mistakes? What are your thoughts?
I will be honest. He was good, but good is not enough. Good is not enough, and that's complete story about Arsenal. If you want, they are good. Last 3 seasons they are second, but they all the time missing some step up. And if you think why is like that, you can see that they don't have a lot of good players. Okay, Ødegaard is top player. We can agree that, but he's not yet show shown that he's top player. But expectations are a little bit different than that. So of course, in situation when they are missing 4 players because of injury, we knew that Jorginho didn't play, both the Gabriels didn't play, Havertz couldn't play, and in that circumstances, Odegaard took the main role, and all Arsenal fans see him like a dead player. But
Sure. So
I'm not sure
maybe in a role that he's not entirely suited for. It's not what he should do.
Yeah. I think he's not ready for that role, but I'm sure that after 2 years developing, he'll be top player.
Sure. I'll also just say thank you to Ryan. He's just subbed to the channel, so thank you very much, Ryan, for letting us know. Big ups to you as well, Ryan. Great. Are there any other points we have to go over? Anything else you think is worth having a look at?
It was a lot of that, but I think we put focus on key things, and I just want to conclude that my opinion about Paris Saint-Germain, why they are so good this season, is what I mentioned on the beginning. But if we speak about phases, every phases they can play on equal good. Every football phases. If we speak about high pressing, if we speak about middle pressing, if we speak about low block defending, if we speak about counter attacks, every of course ball possession, which is top of them, they play on equal good level, and they have a so big level of tactical flexibility because their players can adapt on any opponent, and they can play against any team, and that's the biggest strengths. So yeah, I think that finally they will take the Champions League this season, and we will see. It will be interest for sure, but I think that they will take it.
Okay, I was going to push you on that and see who you thought. So you think, because I think you said earlier the average age is about 23, 24 for PSG. Is
yes,
that correct?
I need to check that information again.
I
but
imagine
I think
for Inter Milan it's quite a bit higher. So I think they've got a lot more experience on the pitch. If maybe I'd be surprised by the data, but I think they're
they could be much more experienced.
Okay. What would you say is the biggest problem that Inter Milan might create for PSG in the final?
I'm not sure. Everybody expect that Paris will dominate with possession, that they will have ball all the time, and that Inter will play in defensive low block. But I'm not sure. I think it will be equal match because it's final, and Inter will try to find their moments to play possession and something like that. But if you speak me, what are the biggest strengths of Inter against Paris Saint-Germain? I think it will be 2 strikers, because they have Lautaro Martinez, who scored a lot of goals this season, and Thuram, who is his partner, and they combine their roles very, very well. So I think
they work very well, and they've proven to be very Martinez particularly proven to be very, very dangerous in the last few matches and in Champions League generally, I think. Well, I'll say as well, for anyone else watching, comment below. Let us know who you think is going to take the Champions League trophy home this season. Is it going to be PSG or is it going to be Inter Milan? Thank you very much for joining us, Filip. It was really great listening to you. Very interesting hearing your analysis. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt.
No worries. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great one. See you all next time.